Hello guys, it's Glurmit here and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video it is all about the free-to-play account. Now if you don't know where this has come from or what we're doing, I do recommend you go check out my farming guide. Link will be in the description and the comments, and basically I'm going to be playing through my farming guide start to finish and showing you guys that you can make a very good account whilst being free to play. So guys, there is a lot of footage today. What I've done is for today I've just sped it all up. It won't be like this every episode because some episodes will be footage based, some will be more theory based if there's something we talk about that's specific to what we're doing, right? So for example, Galactic War or Conquest when that comes around. What I'll be doing in each and every episode is at the end, I'll be showing a Hot Utils breakdown of my accounts that shows relic levels, gear levels, mods, and all the rest. Obviously, I understand for the first few it's just going to be empty, it's just going to show my GP and stuff, but it's a nice way to track the progress between episodes. For the most part, guys, each episode will be around about 1 week's worth of gameplay. Episodes will go out every Friday at 5 PM UK time, which is midday for those in the US Eastern anyways. And what we'll also do is we'll set like goals on the videos. So for example, for today's video, guys, if you want to see a bonus episode next week, which would probably come out, I don't know, between Wednesday and Thursday, so you get 2 episodes of the free to play, then I'll say, guys, if you get me 35 likes on this video, we will get making a bonus episode for next week. Otherwise, there will always be an episode every single Friday. Now guys, the amount of footage we had today was unreal. We actually have about 5 hours worth of footage here. That's why you can see it all sped up in the background. When it's a bit more relaxed, when there's less to be doing, because there's a lot to do when you first open up an account, there's so many battles to do, you get so many extra energies that you can use, refreshes, all of that, it can be quite difficult for me to choose what to do with regards to the footage. So what I did today was, honestly, you guys can see it, I just put all the footage in, and then right at the end of the video, after we've shown all the mods and everything, then I'll show you a quick breakdown of the account, show you what we've actually done, so you can see it on game in screen. So guys, in terms of what we've actually done this week, well, I think I'm like level 39. As soon as this video recording finishes, I'm going to actually start next week's worth of footage, and that is going to include today's dailies. I haven't had a chance to do them since getting home from work, and I actually wanted to record this before I did that, just so I have some extra footage in the bank. So you start off with some pretty good characters nowadays. So I got Gideon up and running, Dark Troopers up and running, which is nice because Imperial Troopers was a team we was going to be building anyways. So I haven't been afraid to invest some gear levels in those characters. So Gideon, Dark Trooper, any gear we get, we're putting in. In terms of the light side characters, we have Jedi Anakin given to us. We have Ahsoka Tano, the Snips version, given to us. So again, we're doing very similar things there, just getting them leveled up whenever we have the chance. And really, when I loaded up the account, I had one goal at the beginning, and the first one was get to the KBeq node. But he's very, very early on in the game, and he's accelerated. So my main goal was get him up and running, because like I said, guys, KBeq is a character we're going to be going for. He doesn't need the relic levels. Obviously, we need to relic him for bow eventually, but as long as we get him unlocked and start gearing him, get that lead in used, we will have a light side team. So that is what I'm going to recommend you guys who follow the guide use as your light side team. You could use Phoenix, you could use whatever you want, but for me, I'm going to recommend the Galactic Republic, Jedi, because you're going to be farming Padawan Obi-Wan, which is PAL. So guys, if you're new to the whole Sorgo thing, if I ever mention PAL or hold on, I'm going to get this one right, MGJQ, Master Qui-Gon Jinn, there we go. I'm so dyslexic, guys, it's not even funny. If I ever mention either of those, that is who I'm talking about, Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan. So because they are such a crucial part of the farm, I feel like it makes more sense for me personally to get KBeq up and running. So the team we're going to be running for light side eventually will be KBeq lead with Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon. We're then going to throw in Jedi Anakin, and Mace Windu will be the 5th, although you can interchange him with Ahsoka, because basically we're trying to make sure we're building a decent team from the start that is going to benefit us long run. Now, I spoke a little bit in the guide about fleets. The first of the get 2 fleets we will be going for will be Malevolence. So I want to prioritize Mace. Mace isn't terrible anymore. He is needed for, obviously, JMK down the line, which isn't part of the plan, but it's still nice to work on him regardless. He's an older character, he's easily accessible. So getting him up the gear levels doesn't seem like too bad an idea. So we will be doing that and taking him up for the team. Guys, you can see sometimes I just leave the game like this. I don't know why there's footage like this, but anyway, it's fine. Like I said, this is all just sped up footage for today. So that's our light side team, and then our dark side team will be Imperial Troopers. We're working on Gideon, we're working on Dark Trooper. We're taking the characters like Crew, for example, Scavenger Ray. We're just taking them up to the required level for the it's not journey guide, but it's like the level 85 level system, because it gives you a lot of XP, credits, everything else. So if we need to, for example, take Crew to level 39, then we will be doing that, but it doesn't mean we're using him. You can see we're actually doing the Adrad mission here. Same with Old Ben, we're just not really gearing him up. And this is interesting, guys. So Gungan event was actually round when I started the account. And I did the event, and I was like, hey, how good are Gungans at low gear? Now, they actually came out when I was on a break from the game, hence why I don't have them on my main account. And I started doing the event, and I started messing around, and they're not actually that bad, especially from a low gear perspective, because you have the whole mechanic where they cut. Hey guys, did you see me almost buy something? I misclicked. Thankfully, it didn't go through, otherwise the account, you wouldn't be seeing it today. Yeah, the Gungans are actually pretty cool, and the way their kit works with basically a lot of teams will prioritize hitting the shield generator instead of them. It means you can actually get through a lot of battles pretty easily. Then I started messing around with them and looking up counters and stuff, and they actually seem like a pretty low gear viable team as far as things go. So I've actually made the decision, and you guys don't have to follow this. I would say if you didn't already have Gungans unlocked, maybe if you start the account 1 or 2 weeks after me, then don't do it. But on a personal level, I'm going to take them up to Gear 7 until you can start seeing Kyrotechs and leave them there. I did work it out, I will need 2 Zetas down the line, but I do think it's worth it as that extra team for basically no shard costs, because we're not farming anyone, which I do think is really nice. We've got Vader unlocked there. We're making loads of progress towards the Executor already in terms of getting the shards done for certain characters, and honestly, it's looking really, really clean. We've also got some mods already, guys, so you should know, and if you don't know, you can go on the Swiggo website to the web store. And if you actually go on the web store, each day you can basically claim packs, okay? And these packs are free, but what they do is sometimes they give you mods, sometimes they give you credits, just everything in between. And I know some of them have speed because you can see them when you claim it. And I'm literally just waiting to get to level 50 to actually start working on them. You guys know modding is a major part of this account plan. The second we can unlock mods, the better. You can see the Gungans are still doing some work. We've actually now got Gungans, I think they're up to Gear 5, and then there's one who's Gear 4. Like I said, they're going to go up to Gear 7, then we're probably not going to touch them again. But it's just a nice team to have. I didn't realise how low gear viable they actually were, so I'm not disappointed to have them invested in. Obviously, KBeq and his team is still more important. With regards to that, we actually have KBeq unlocked. He is, I think, Gear 4. We then have Padawan Obi-Wan unlocked. Master Qui-Gon, unfortunately, for maybe 1 or 2 more days, we can't even access his shards. You have to be level 46 to do that. Mace is almost unlocked. Anakin's given to you, so again, we're making some good progress there. And then in terms of the fleets, I'm not going to be talking about that too much in today's episode because I do want to make sure we don't go over that 15-minute mark. Just because, yeah, I don't want these videos to be too long, because I'm also well aware a lot of you are going to probably binge watch this if you join at a later point in the series. So I want to kind of keep them nice, short, and sweet. In terms of the fleets, we will be doing an episode in the future dedicated to just the fleets, showing you what I'm actually building up. Spoiler alert, it's making me exec ships. We are working on dark side ships. However, to begin with, I just want to get everything kind of under control. This is footage of the Hunter event, so we're just getting Hunter unlocked. Obviously, these characters we're not investing in because I don't think they're worth it. Gungans, they just have that appeal to me because they just seem really decent, especially for Galactic War with the whole shield generator thing. And they can beat some good teams. They just require 2 Zetas. One of those is on the tank, and one of those is going to be on Boss Nass. If you have both of those, you are in a pretty good spot. We also managed to do the first tier of the Emperor Palpatine event. It took a couple of tries here. And we've also done the first tier of the Grandmaster Yoda event as well. Boba Fett's unlocked. Guys, there's been so much to do in this week's episode. Seriously, guys, we have done so much already, and there's still so much to do. Like I said, 35 likes on the video, and we will upload the second episode as soon as possible. If not, then it will come out next Friday. And I'm well aware that there's a lot of footage, there's a lot of things going on. Not every episode is going to be like this. Obviously, this is the first episode of the series, so it's more introducing you to the way it's going to work. All the footage in the background, there will be reduced amounts going forwards, because, guys, this is 5 hours worth of footage, and this is over 2 or 3 days. And since getting this footage, I've been playing for a couple of days, and I'm not even getting close to this amount because there's just not as much to do. I'm running out of energy. I'm not wanting to use all my refreshes. So there is less for us to do. Obviously, there'll be weeks when there is more, and when we do have weeks like that, it's going to be sped up like you see on the screen here. But honestly, guys, it's looking really, really clean. I'm really happy with how this account's coming along, and I just cannot wait to get to level 50 so I can start working on mods. There you go, you saw we unlocked Ahsoka's ship there. We can actually upgrade it to, I think, 3 or 4 stars already. I just don't have the ship credits to do so. This is me making a template for the future, so I know what ships I need to farm. There's the KBeq Unlocked. It did take a little bit of time to get that, and yeah, now we have KBeq. Guys, the account is looking very, very clean. The only thing is, guys, if you do use Gungans, just bear in mind you can't bring anyone in the 5th, otherwise the whole mechanic of the shield generator just isn't a thing, so do bear that in mind. I will say the one thing I've not really enjoyed is doing these CLS event and eventually the JTR event when it comes around. It's not that I don't enjoy it, guys, it's just, it's a bit of a grind, and you can only do it once a day, so it's kind of just a little bit annoying. Dark side battles, light side battles so far are going very well. Gear's coming along very well, and we are now looking for a guild. I haven't found anything just yet. I've got a few offers. Put a poll up on the YouTube channel, so I'm not going to decide on my guild probably until beginning of next week. So if you guys want to have a say on the guild I'm going to get, then please do go to the poll and make a decision. I've got a few offers. The highest is 280 million GP guild. The lowest I think was like 70 or 80. I had some opportunities to become an officer, which I'm not really too interested in, because that's a lot of time, guys, to dedicate. And obviously the whole point of the free-to-play is to move up the guild, so why would I agree to become an officer? It just wouldn't work out for anyone. However, I am obviously grateful for being even thought about for the opportunity. Right, guys, so all the footage is now done for today. We are now in the account. This is how we're looking. KBeq is level 39 and 2-star. He is gear 4. We then have Padawan Obi-Wan, Boss Nass, Phalanx, Purples are all gear 5. We are working on Bombardier because then we're going to unlock this, which is really nice. And like I said, we're just going to take them to gear 7. They're going to go any higher than that. Dark Trooper, Gideon, they got a little bit of gear there, going a little bit of levels, which is nice. We have been unlocking everything. We need every bit of GP, guys, because the sooner we get to 4 million GP, the better. We're not going to be investing in these characters. They're going to stay at level 1, but just having them unlocked is the main thing. And then eventually, when we get to the point where we're bloating, we're going to be taking them to level 50, equipping some random mods just to help with the whole process. So this is how the account's looking at the moment. And in terms of the ships, this is what we're looking at the moment as well. There's Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Starfighter, which can actually go to 4 stars, which is really nice. And then there's nothing else of note just yet. The fleets will come along once they hit level 50, and I can actually go into the fleet store. That's when we can start working on our fleets a little bit easier. And like I said, in a future episode, probably 1 to 2 from now, that's when we'll be properly talking about what fleets we're going to be building and what specifically dark side ships we're going to be building for the SATA event. Now, just to finish up, guys, I understand that this part won't matter at the beginning, so this is the account in detail. There we go. It is called Mona Lisa. What we'll do, guys, is we want to change this name. So everyone go to the comments, comment down below what you think their account should be called, and whichever comment gets the most likes will be the name of the account, obviously, as long as it isn't completely inappropriate. I don't mind jokes, but we're not going to go ahead and do a stupid name. That would be, yeah, you guys will understand. Obviously, we're in a starter guild. We will be changing that very soon. We don't have any GAC stats, anything like that. You can see our character. This will all change. So basically, eventually, when we're doing these episodes each week or twice a week, if you guys hit those like goals, this one's 35 for today's video, then you will start seeing every week and every other few days how much I'm actually putting into mods, and hopefully it's going to show the dedication and work. When we get to the mod section, when we get to level 50, I probably will have an entire episode just dedicated to modding and our approach to it, and there's not really anything else to see as of yet, obviously we have none of these characters. It's really just this that we're going to be looking at. I'm not looking at mod score specifically because I don't think mod score is a good indicator of mod capabilities in the account. I'd rather actually look at the numbers themselves. Right guys, that is everything for today's episode. It was around about 15-16 minutes long. The future ones were 10 to 15. I hope you guys did enjoy the first episode of today's series. There's a lot more to come. There's a lot more to come. Yeah, just bear in mind the future episodes won't be as sped up. There will be less footage, so it'll be slowed down, and I will actually be able to explain what's going on. There was just so much to do in the first few days of opening up the account that I just wanted to show you everything that's going on in the background and explain a little bit about what we've been doing. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe. My name is Glurmit, and as always guys, have a glurming day.